We're actually going to get started standing. So I'm going to set this up so you'll be able to see my full self here. And once you have made it, I'll say to the top of your mat, but just really towards the top of your space, the front of your space. You want to make sure you have enough space behind you. Take your arms down along your sides. Take a few shrugs of the shoulders, draw them back and down, some shoulder rolls, maybe forward and back. But more importantly, just opening across the collarbones, maybe starting to lift the chin here. Maybe you rock the head side to side. Take a little bit of movement to settle in and drop your shoulders away from your ears. So, like an active drop. And then spread your toes out a little bit wider. But often we just like stand and we're not really like thinking about where we are planted, like our firm, steady foundation. So spread your toes a little bit wider if you can and actively press all of them down to the ground, right? Can you notice the space where your big toe lands, where your pinky toe lands? And then notice the weight in your heel. Is it drawing a little bit more in towards the inside? Can you also notice the outside of your heel? And then think about almost like you were plugging into a light socket. Can you press down through the ground, through the bottom of your foot, all of the corners of your feet? Press down. And take a big breath in, flip your palms forward, and a big breath out just to settle. And then reach your arms out and up. Keep that firm base in the feet. Take your left hand, wrap it around your right wrist here, and reach up a little higher. Get longer through your right side. Keep pressing down through your right foot, but then lean over to the left. You might even take your gaze up towards the ceiling and then down towards the ground. And then you'll come back up and you'll switch right hand, create that little bracelet, wrap it around your left wrist and reach up towards the sky. Get really long through your left side, press down through your left foot and just tip to the right. So can you use your right hand to almost pull your left wrist away from your left foot? Like you're getting even longer. Maybe look up, look down, reach up. And then release the grip here and then start to swing your arms and up, back and up. And just create a little bit of momentum. Softly bend your knees. We've done this before, but start to just find a little bit more mobility and movement in your thoracic spine a little bit more in between your shoulder blades. A place we often find like super stagnant, right? It's meant to be kind of like the least amount of movement in your spine, but can you just invite in a little bit more? Take about two more rounds on your own. And then bring your arms down along your sides. Another shrug of the shoulders up, back, and down. Flip your palms forward. Can you lift your chin up towards the sky? Take a breath in. And then look straight ahead. And start to shift your weight into your left foot here and just bring your right knee up. You might play with balance. You might feel a little bit wobbly. Can you find one steady point in front of you to keep your gaze there? If you feel like that's like you're way too wobbly and this is like not helpful at all, your right big toe can come to the ground. Totally fine. Maybe the ball of the foot even comes down. That's totally fine. Now reach both hands up, take a big breath in, and you're gonna find a twist. Your left hand can come outside your right knee. If that knee is lifted, you can grab onto it. And if you want, if you're that foot is down, your left hand can just come onto your right thigh. And you can reach your right hand behind you. Now maybe shift your gaze over to the right. Embrace a little wobble. So nice. Now reach your right hand up to the sky. You're going to cross your right ankle in front of the left. Now, like you did before, now reach your left hand up to meet the right. Right hand makes that bracelet around your left wrist. Reach up. And now again, can you tip over to the right? So we're really finding some lateral length here along the side of the body. Take one more breath in. And then you'll come up. Now unravel that. Come back to both feet firmly planted. Think about that like socket, like that light socket. You're just like plugging it in into the ground. And then you'll shift the weight into that right foot. Really plug it down and pick the left knee up. Either hip height or that foot can just come to the ground. Reach both hands high. Now it's right hand to your left knee. And your left hand can reach behind you. You might look over to the left. Embrace all the little wobbles, all those muscles in your right foot working so hard. Can you stand up a little taller? Take one more big breath in, reach your left hand up. Now it's the left ankle that crosses in front of the right here. Reach your right hand up to meet the left. Create that bracelet with your left hand around your right wrist. So you're grabbing your right wrist, reach up, and then you'll lean over to the left. And you'll come back up when you're ready. Unravel the legs, plant them both down, the feet firmly plant, palms face forward. One shrug of the shoulders up, draw them back. Maybe open the mouth as you exhale and let out a nice little sigh. And when you're ready, you'll reach your hands, both hands up overhead. You'll look up, you'll grow a little bit taller, and you'll softly bend the knees and fold forward. Let your head drop. Let your knees bend. Take a halfway lift here. Walk your hands up your thighs. And you'll start to bring your hands down. Just step back to your first downward facing dog. And if you want, you can bend your knees. Think about maybe grounding through the heels, but also sending your hips up and back. If you want a little more movement, you can pedal one heel down at a time, bending the opposite knee. And on your next breath in, can you lift both heels up? And slow exhale brings your knees down to the ground to find tabletop pose. Take a breath in to find that cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone. And as you exhale, round into cat pose, dropping the head. Now you'll come back to neutral. Send your right leg behind you. Roll the ankle both directions. And take that right knee, snug it behind the left. And you'll take your feet a little bit wider apart. Can you pull your hips back like you were coming into a child's pose, but your knees are crossed? Now, this might be like, imagine like almost someone was pulling your hips back in space, right? So the goal is not for your seat to meet the ground, but just this idea that you can reach your fingertips maybe a little further forward and you pull your hips back, especially that left hip. Can you drop back a little bit more? Maybe you drop the head. And it might just be you're pulling back a little and your chest stays lifted. That's totally okay. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can drop your head down. Nice stretch for the low back here. Take a full breath in, breath out. And you'll come back forward. Weight onto that left knee. You'll send that right leg back behind you and tuck the right toes onto the ground. First, press back through that right heel. Feel the stretch in the back of the right leg. And you'll spin that right heel down. Keep the left knee where it is. You'll just reach the right hand up to the sky. big breath in. And you'll reach your right fingertips forward. So this time you'll press down through that right foot. And can you reach through your right hand a little bit more? So get really long through that right side. One more time again. And then you'll slowly come up. Keep the legs as they are. Arms come out like a T to start. Drop the right hand down and reach the left hand up. Might even look up towards the ceiling again. And you'll come back up here. So you'll keep the legs as they are. Bring your hands down. So, like if you have a mat, it's off to the side, but it's same sort of stance you're taking, just like the long edge of your mat. You're no longer facing your front, you're facing the side. Your right leg stays long here, and maybe even start to pick the right toes up off the ground. So that right heel grounds down. Now, think about your weight of your hips pulling back. And then you can bow the chest a little bit. So you can find, until you find that stretch in the inseam of your right leg. So you're pulling back like you were almost coming back towards child's pose, right? But that right leg is long. So you can find that stretch in that inner right leg and pause. Maybe let the head drop or find your breath. You're just here for 3, 2, 1. Start to shift the weight back forward and look towards the top of your mat. You're going to climb your hands there and just step your right foot outside of your right hand, coming into a little bit of a lunge. And you'll plant that right foot down, reach both hands up to the sky. Take a full breath in here. You might even readjust that right foot, wiggle walk it so it really feels like in a place where you feel grounded. You'll reach both hands high, and right hand grabs your left wrist, like the theme for today, and you'll tip over to the right. So again, you're getting really long through that left side. You'll come up, and then it's a twist, but just open arm here. Left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. And look over to the right. Now you get to drop that right hand behind you. And I know it's a play with balance here, but can you press through that right big toe and start to reach your left fingertips up? And you'll release all of that. Hands can come inside that right foot, swinging that back leg around. You'll reset in tabletop. Take a breath in to lift to cow pose, and a breath out to round into cat. Coming back to neutral, now it's your left leg that goes behind you. So after all of that work, you might bend and straighten the left leg, roll the ankle in both directions. And then you'll bend the knee, but then snug the left knee behind the right, feet go wide, send your seat back in that cross-legged sort of child's pose shape. So wherever your chest wants to land here, you can just, maybe it stays high, you can soften the face. Maybe as you pull the hips back, the head drops, the chest drops. Notice if you're gripping in the features of your face, like your jaw, the eyes. Can you soften them? Take one more big breath in. You might even open your mouth to let out that audible, like a nice sigh, finding that ease. And you'll shift the weight back forward onto that right knee to send that left leg back. And you'll tuck the left toes onto the ground. Press back through the left heel. Find the stretch through the back of the leg. And you'll spin that left heel down. You can even take that right foot like a kickstand kind of behind you. as you reach the left hand up to the sky. And then left hand, reach it forward. So left arm alongside your left ear. Can you press down through that back foot a little more? Reach through your left fingertips a little bit more, almost like you're creating like a rainbow like shape here. Can you think about your left ribs reaching up towards the ceiling? And you'll come up, slowly lift your torso, arms out like a T to start, and you'll drop the left hand down, right hand reaches up. Maybe even look up. Nice. And then you'll lift the torso up. Just take your hands down in front of you, and you have that long leg. Well, your left leg is long here. You can start by keeping the foot grounded. Sometimes you right away don't have to pull back very far to feel the inseam of that left leg lengthen, but maybe you start to play with the idea of lifting the left toes up. So drawing them forward, lift them up, just ever so slightly, like a slight little movement to then pull your hips back. And then think about maybe bowing the chest down a bit, like softening through the elbows. Just so you can feel that stretch through the inseam of that left leg, and pause and breathe. You're just here for 3. Last 2. Last 1. You'll slowly come forward, come out of it. Look to the top of your mat. You'll walk your hands back there. Come into that 3-legged tabletop. Just for a moment, that left leg lifts, and you'll step the left foot outside the left hand. And you'll lift the arms up, wiggle walk that foot in a bit. Now it's the left hand that meets the right wrist. Reach up through the right fingertips, and then you'll lean over to the left. And you'll come up. Right hand reaches forward, left hand reaches back. Not our final twist, but our final twist upright here. And you'll drop the back arm as you reach the right fingertips up. Slowly come back down. Hands come down. Swing that left leg behind you. Reset in tabletop. A round of cat-cow if you want it. And then take your knees a little bit wider. Your big toes can come towards one another as you pull your seat back. And you can bow your chest down. Find child's pose. I like to even take one hand on top of the other, like a pillow right underneath my forehead. And once you're there, maybe rock your head gently side to side. Stay here, of course, as long as you need. And when you're ready, you'll come forward, swing your legs out in front of you, and just bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees can come out wide apart. And it doesn't matter how close, truly, like how close your feet are. I actually like to take my feet a little further away to create almost like a diamond-like shape. So I can really sit up nice and tall here. Think about that invisible string attached to the top of your head. Can it pull you up a little higher? Soften through the shoulders. Now you might stay here, and this might feel like enough. Or if you'd like to, think about your pelvis here, the points of your hips tipping forward first. Like your heart was almost reaching beyond your toes to that space beyond the front of your mat as you take one more breath in. And then you can stay here or then start to round through your upper back and drop your head. Now, if you take that and you realize, I think my body would like my feet a little bit closer and a little bit more of a stretch in the inner thigh. Take that and bring your feet a little closer. Whatever feels better for you, take a full breath in where you are and a full exhale. One more like that. Breathe in and out. Slowly come up. Make sure you have enough space behind you. You'll plant your feet about hips width distance apart. And then, if you can, slowly, one vertebra at a time, like rolling your way all the way to the ground. And once you're there, your legs go long, your toes point forward, reach your arms alongside your ears overhead. Can you stretch everything out here? Almost like you were like pulling on a rope or climbing a rope, one hand and the other, using all of that length we've created. And take your arms out like a T, palms facing up. Bend your knees again. Plant your feet a little wider than your hips. And just a gentle supine twist here. So both knees will fall over to the right. And you might even gaze over to the left. And pausing here, full breath in. Long exhale out. Making your way back through center, reset in the middle. Take a moment to pause. And both knees fall over to the left. Your gaze can go over to the right. You might even start to close your eyes or soften the gaze. And slowly come back to center, pause, reset. Either staying here, maybe you knock the knees together for a moment. Maybe you stay here or take the legs long. Maybe arms come closer to your sides. And let the weight of your head be heavy, the back of your head just sinking into the ground underneath you. Weight of your feet, your heels, heavy. The weight of your pelvis, your low back, your sacrum, the upper back, weight of the arms, the back of the hands, all sinking, just heavy, supported. Again, can you soften the features of your face? Maybe you're aware of your breath, so that natural rhythm, nothing to fix or change here, just observe it. And take a breath in and out. Another in. Long exhale. As you're ready, a little movement in the fingers and the toes. Maybe roll the wrists, the ankles. And even rock the head side to side. And in your own time, bend your knees, roll to your side of your choice, and just press yourself up to a seat. Once you're there, sitting up nice and tall, maybe drop the chin to the chest, roll right ear to the right shoulder, and chin back through center, left ear to left shoulder, and chin back to center. Can you lift your chin up towards the sky? And then come to neutral. Taking a moment just to honor yourself for creating space in your day, create space in your body, space in your breath, maybe even space in between your thoughts. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open, take in a little bit more light. And thank you so